Hello, fellow Star Wars fans. It's Drew Kaplan, Star Wars Maven. 3 quick highlights and, of course, 3 speculations on this 7th episode of The Bad Batch. First of all, yes, we finally found out who the Martez sisters were talking to, that hologram at the end of the last episode. We didn't have to wait long. We saw the hologram, and pretty much at the beginning of this episode, we find out it's Captain Rex himself. We didn't have to wait long. It was really nice to see Captain Rex. Not really a surprise that he's here. Of course, the Bad Batch and Captain Rex teamed up in that Bad Batch story arc in Season 7 of the Clone Wars, so they already know each other, and presumably the Martez sisters know Rex through Ahsoka. Will Ahsoka show up in the series? Maybe. I'm not expecting it, but clearly there's already a connection there. It was also really neat to hear Rex say that he's basically the Empire's not after him, because as pointed out, I think it was by Echo, could have been Tech, I think it was Tech, who said, you're considered KIA, killed in action. So that means, as Sid would say, he does not have the heat on him. So he has a little bit more mobility, a greater degree of freedom to move throughout the universe. Number 2, Wrecker. We finally get that payoff. We've been seeing it throughout multiple episodes. Clearly his inhibitor chip was going to go off at some point. We even got a little bit of that in the previous episode where he does actually say good soldiers follow orders, but here he really goes off on them, on the rest of the Bad Batch. So we finally get to see that nice payoff. So yeah, we saw that. And then finally for me, the third highlight is the very end. I don't know if this was a big piece of it, but for me it was a huge highlight for Rex to articulate that the Republic is not dead. There are still some of us who want to keep the Republic alive. It's not over. And so clearly there's some, a nascent rebellion beginning to form, but really not just about the rebellion. It's also about keeping the ideals of the Republic alive. All right, those are 3 quick highlights, 3 quick speculations. 1, we're going to see, now that the clones know about the inhibitor chips, know how to remove them, and they've had experience now, they've done it several times, they can now go, and they already mentioned Kamino, right? They literally, you said, hey, do you want to do it in this dirty, non-sterile medbay or Kamino? Maybe, here's one speculation, later on in the season, they're going to go to Kamino, they're going to use the medbay, and they're going to remove the inhibitor chip from Crosshairs. That's speculation number 1. Number 2, you know what? I'm very curious because Sid mentions about a big, you can clear your debts with me if you do a big job. If you had just gotten that, that droid, we could have been settled. So later on in the season, we're going to see a bigger job that they're ultimately going to go after. And then number 3, it'll be interesting to see who comes after them, because that's not as huge, it's not as big, but it'll be interesting to see who comes after them based on those scrappers at the end calling in the Empire. So actually a quick little bonus. We're going to see Rex later on in the season. That's a 4th speculation. It's a bonus speculation. We're going to see Rex. I mean, it's not huge. He pretty much says, we'll see you again. He'll clearly still be a part of the Bad Batch's story going forward. All right, that's what I got. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.